Okay, everybody. I have nothing to say except for that we're getting ready for this Leil HaSeder. I think all of us had a lot of forethought and a lot of contemplation about what we really want from our Leil HaSeder. I don't know if you got, there was supposed to be on the chat some idea which is written down about when to be mispalel for when we want something by the Leil HaSeder. But I would like to start off with a story of Rav Avrohom Baruch Zachariash. Rav Avrohom Baruch Zachariash was a well-known tzaddik, a big Talmud Chacham, and he was a person with a lot of regesh, a lot of feeling, and he was an extremely intense Oved HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When he was a little boy of 8, he did something wrong, and his father gave him a patch. His father gave him a spanking, and not like nowadays, it hurt, and he was crying. In the middle of crying, Rav Baruch Ber ran to the Svarim Shank, he took out a siddur, and he started to daven mincha. And his father asked him, why are you davening mincha now? In the middle of a patch, why are you going to daven mincha? And Rav Baruch Ber said, I'm already crying. If I already have tears, let's use those tears in the avodas HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm going to take the opportunity of crying, and I'm going to divert it to use it in my avodas Hashem, and I'm going to daven mincha now. That's how he was in the Leil HaSeder. I think that this year in the Leil HaSeder, the thing that stands out the most to many of us is that we are familyless, guestless, and we're going to say those words of Kol Dichvin Yeseh V'Yechol, Kol Ditzrich Yeseh V'Yifsach. We're really going to feel a pull in our heart about the sorry situation which we find ourselves in. The story is told of Reb Chaim Mibrisk. Reb Chaim was an unbelievable Baal Chesed, and it was the winter, and it was freezing in his house, and the Gaboyim from the kehilla felt it's improper that the Rav should have to suffer such cold, and they ordered for him the shed to be filled with wood. And the delivery came. They came to his house the next day, and they took a look, and it was just as cold as the day before. They ran to the shed to see if the wood was delivered, and there was no wood in the shed. They called to the supplier. The supplier said, we delivered the wood. So they asked Reb Chaim, what happened to the wood that you had, or that we ordered for you? So he said, well, I should have wood, and the aniyim shouldn't have any wood. I told all the aniyim they should take whatever they need. So the aniyim took all the wood, and I'm back where I started. So the Gaboyim again ordered a second time, and the same thing happened a second time. The Gaboyim realized that this is ridiculous. They're not going to be able to get the Rav to have a warm home. So what they decided was they told the Rav that the wood belongs to us. It belongs to the kehilla, and we give nobody else reshus to use it except for the Rav, and you can use as much wood as you need. And they were sure that this is going to work for sure, because Chaim definitely is not going to take the wood and give it away if it's not his. And what happened was they come the next day, and again, it's just as cold as it was the day before. So they asked Reb Chaim, what happened? And he said, nothing happened. I should be warm, and all the poor Yidim should be cold. I want to be together with my brethren, and I'm not going to have wood if they can't have wood. Rabbi Sai, we're by the Seder night, and all of us have thoughts about the people that have to have their Seder b'bidud. Whether bidud means that they're having it as a single individual. I spoke to a prominent Rav in America today, and I asked him, he has a large family, I asked him, is there anybody going to be by the Seder? So he said, my wife. And I told him, so you'll be able to be Mekayim that which it says, if he doesn't have a ben, ishtoi shoyaloi. And he had some kind of a chuckle. I never thought I'd really get to that situation. That's also bidun. Some people have their family, usually their extended family, and even though they may have people around them, everybody feels isolated. Everybody's isolated. Everybody's in their own meitzarim, in their own boundaries. And we cry out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that HaKadosh Baruch Hu should redeem him, to redeem us. Here is the crux of the Nisayan of tonight. All of us are going to be being mispalel to get to Lishana Haba B'Yerushalayim, to get to the end of the Seder, and we should be Zoicha Mitzvah Hashem, to be Mekayim all those beautiful mitzvahs, those memorable mitzvahs, those mitzvahs that are cherished every year to the nth degree, to the fullest that we can. But the Nisayan is, when we cry out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what are we crying out about? That we should be released from our present Mitzrayim, our Mitzarim, our boundaries, or are we crying out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he too, he is out of his home. He doesn't have his Beis HaMikdash. He is also boded. He's missing the connection with his family coming to his house in Yerushalayim to bring the Korban Pesach. If we tonight are Nitzak El Hashem, we cry out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the Tsar of the Shechina, and we feel that Tsar of the Shechina, we should be Zaycha, that as we feel the Tsar of the Shechina, as we say, Kol Dichrin Yesei V'Yechal, Kol Dichrin Yesei Hayshata Hachal Leshana Haba B'Yerushalayim. If we have that in mind when we start the Seder, Emir Hashem, we should be Zaycha, that as we end the Seder with Leshana Haba, with Simcha, that we were Zaycha, to be Makayim, the Mitzvahs Hayom, we should be Zaycha still, and it's not too late that Mashiach come, and we all come together, B'Yerushalayim, Habenuya, good Yontif. Hope you all have a good Yontif. And Mitzvah Shem on Erev Shabbos, we'll be back at the same time, hopefully in person in Yerushalayim Habenuya.